Now, if you're wondering why I'm sitting here next to some rotting food, it's because I'm crazy. No, I mean, it could be that, but it's also an experiment. It was when I saw so many videos online. One was like some good old boy that just took a cheeseburger, put it up in a cabinet, and walked away saying, "Hey, you know what? This food is fake. McDonald's food is fake. I'm going to show you what right now. I'm going to put it up in the cabinet. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to come back months later." And it was months or years later. And he came back and he did an update video and he's like, "Yep, see, look, it just looks just like it is, you know." And yeah, it makes sense. It sat there in a cabinet, open air, and it dried out and got preserved. Much like this cheeseburger from 2022 did. So, yeah, all right. But if you seal McDonald's burgers or food in general, a lot of food in general, within its own moisture where it's not getting any other air and it's just like sitting sealed in shut, it's going to do like it has done here. Now, this is 5 years worth of it sitting sealed within its own moisture, and a lot of it has just turned brown, at least the apple pie and the cheeseburger did. The fries are a totally different story. They're spider webbish, they're orange, they're brown, there's crystals growing on it. It's like one of those grow your own crystals kits that, kids could do for like a science fair kind of thing. It's like, oh yeah, you could put McDonald's fries in a sealed case and it'd do the same thing. So after watching that video of that good old boy, I've watched a few other videos over the years of, hey, leave McDonald's food out, it's fake because it's not gonna mildew or mold. There are so many food items out there that will do the same thing where you just set it out, it's just gonna dry up. Now, yeah, a banana will rot away, other things like that. But something like a burger or anything else, it's just going to just chill there and just become a petrified piece of food, basically. Now, there's that one famous cheeseburger that was the last McDonald's burger sold in Iceland before all McDonald's in Iceland went away. And, that is still preserved and looks like a petrified burger, such as this. But that one, from what I've seen photos of, it's just a glass cake topper put over it, and it's not exactly completely sealed with caulking and everything. It's not airtight. So that one has, basically not molded or mildewed either. But this is the first experiment I've seen, which I've done myself. I didn't see anybody else do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to put all of these false claims to rest to see if McDonald's food really does mold and mildew and just wither away over time. And as you've seen the results, after 5 years, here we are. Now, every single month, I always put up an update just to see how things are going. Maybe in 6 years, the food is going to poof, come back and look like it normally should. You never know. I mean, all these other people are claiming it's the same thing. Maybe I'm just, haven't gotten to that point yet where it's going to poof back, but I highly doubt it. So when I did this experiment, I did it alongside of me going over the history of McDonald's. So it's like I did a 3-part series of podcast episodes. One was the history of McDonald's. 2 was like weird food from different countries, McDonald's, and also fun facts about McDonald's. And then also in one of those 2 episodes, I put this in there as well to where, hey, I'm going to seal McDonald's food together. So this was part of that whole saga of me going over McDonald's in 2020 on the podcast. Since then, the next year after that, I did the documentary of McDonald's and, the rest is history. So this was a part of the channel way before, I had 100 subscribers. I did the video sealing this thing up, putting it up, and making the video, and it got maybe 15 views and 1 like. I think at the moment, the sealed shut video, the first video where I actually put this thing together, only has like 4 likes on it. But that's just because new subscribers don't go back in the catalog. They just start where they started watching the show and the channel and just move onward to the future. But there was so much wackiness in those early videos that if you ever are bored and you need something to do, Definitely check those out because I recently looked back at the first video of this. I had hair that I haven't had cut because during that time you weren't able to go out and get your hair cut, so I looked very ragged. I was maybe 117 pounds, which is nuts to look back on, and I'm like, who is that guy? My teeth were gapped. It was before I got Invisalign happening with my teeth. It's crazy, but I'm proud of that guy, and I am proud of this right here. So I will give you the rundown every single year how this thing has evolved. So year zero, it looked just like a juicy cheeseburger, a really fresh baked apple pie, and some really hot, crisp French fries. The next year, it looked like snow had fallen on it with just white mold puffs. It was actually very cute. Just puffing up here and there. The fries were just like covered with like a snowy kind of winter wonderland look. The second year, it still pretty much had the snowy winter wonderland, but you could kind of tell some stuff was happening. The burger was starting to turn black in some spots. Year three, it had lost almost all the white mold, and it was just turning more of a brownish kind of look. It still had some tannish. I'm basically going by how I saw the cheeseburger. The pie held up quite a bit. The pie was the last thing to really start showing any kind of like moldage, mildewage, whatever. But the cheeseburger went through so many things. That was like the big star of the show. I mean, these fries are too. They're just always evolving. The fries are always just, you never know day by day what they're going to be doing. If they're going to be dancing, putting on a little show with a top hat, you don't know. But the cheeseburger by year four had just kind of turned into this muddy, nasty, flat pancake, as you kind of see right here. Now, in this front part, there is still a slight hint of an actual bun that it resembles somewhat of the color, and that is slowly going away. And looking back, I want to estimate by next year it's going to be completely black. Being at year 5, I don't see this getting any worse, but this thing has surprised me time and time again, which is why I always do these monthly updates, because there is always something happening. I remember last year, at some point, or maybe it was the year before, where I had set this on top of my mini fridge in the studio, and inside here, it started to condensate. And I was like, oh no, is this going to ruin the experiment? But all it really did, the moisture was sucked out of the food and it collected on the sides and everything. But then I moved it to a more drier environment in the basement. This is where it usually stays in the basement. And that's when things went back to normal and progress started again. And that's where we basically are now. The cheeseburger looks like it has dried up on the far side here. It's still very wet and muddy in the center. And the apple pie has dried on some spots. It looks like a burnt piece of bacon. In the very front here, it really does look like doo-doo. The back, it looks like a roasted marshmallow. Now the fries here, as I could see, they still have that marshmallowy, snowy kind of mildew with it, but there's a lot of black flakes. There's some fries that have been molded to the cardboard sleeve. They're just stuck on there. And some of the fries, especially this one that's sticking out, is growing crystals. And I'm just waiting for this piece. I'm so shocked that this cardboard is holding up so well. I am just waiting for it to finally just give way and deteriorate. I think that will be another thing that will be happening next year, or within this next year, from May 31st to May 31st, 2026, is something's going to be happening to this cardboard where it's going to fall. We shall see. I don't know. That will be a testament to how good quality these cardboard fry sleeves are. Now, the classic thing people will say on the internet when they're in sheer disbelief is fake, fake. You work for McDonald's. You're a McDonald's plant. You're a McDonald's. I wish McDonald's assigned me to a task like this and, threw me a few stacks of cash. I just did this on my own volition just because I was curious. That's what this whole channel is about doing stuff. I'm like, hey, you know what? I've heard about that. Let's put that to the test. I got some time to kill. Let me do it. We'll figure it out together. Other people will be like just scrolling and going, "Eat it. Hey, eat it for scientific purposes." Yeah, it's just been a wild journey. It's been a fun, weird experiment. I've been wanting to do more experiments, but I don't have the room in my house, nor do I really want to have a full-on charcuterie board of rotting food just chilling just because I should be proving somebody or some video wrong. So I'm just gonna keep it at this and this McDonald's Jewel Unbox, which is basically dried out fruit food the same way this is, just sealed. And this on its own too is kind of a testament as well, just to kind of let people know, open in the air, sealed within its own moisture. So now what I want to do is just wish the McDonald's Jewel Box a happy 5 years. It's 5 years old. It's old enough to go to kindergarten now. That's crazy. They grow up so quick. And yeah, so I want you to join in too with an old friend here and sing happy birthday to it all together at once. So let's go. All right, here we go, guys. 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, McDonald's Jewel Box. Happy birthday to you. All right, make a wish. Woo! Well, thank you guys for wishing the McDonald's Jewel Box a happy 5th birthday. And here's to another 5 years and another 50 after that. This thing's going to outlive me. I'm going to pass it down to my grandchildren. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This has been the McDonald's Jewel Box update for 5 years, May of 2025. All right, peace out, guys.